I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way,
Welcome back, Playhouse Gang. I'm Nyla.
And I'm Sloane.
And this is the Hidden Tea Podcast.
Because as Summer Sprite,
the secrets never stay quiet. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell.
And if you want the real exclusives, early episode drops, behind the scenes content, and updates before anyone else, go over to patreon.com/KTaPlayhouse.
Thank you guys for engaging in the poll this week. The result were... Wait. Y'all asses didn't engage in the poll this week, so let's dive into the recap.
We are halfway through the season, episode 5. We have 2 more episodes until season 1 is done.
I know, I am super excited to wrap up season 1, but before we get to the end of season 1, let's talk about episode 5.
We start the episode off with Tony and Sean. They are at the trap house. The news just hit that Sasha got arrested for Shane Rivers' murder. Tony is currently freaking out because Kane has been a wall since the news dropped. He's been calling Kane on his phone all day and he hasn't answered once.
Sean is trying to figure out why Tony is freaking, and Tony tells him it's not like Kane not to answer the phone, and shit is so fucked up. He didn't want to get Sasha involved. Now look. Sean asks Tony why he is tripping over this hoe. Yet again, disrespecting Sasha.
Don't none of these niggas have respect for women, it seems like. But Tony seems to get offended when Sean calls her a hoe. Tony says, and I quote, "Bro, she not a hoe in Maine. The bitch might get in jail and start snitching like a MF up."
As she should, though, because she really had no business setting Shane up like that anyways. The boys continue the conversation, but Sean is confused. He thought Tony was fucking Sasha so she can keep her mouth closed if anything was to pop off. And Tony said he was, but he had to stop because Yasmin got to tweaking.
The fact this man got a whole girlfriend, but out here fucking Sasha to keep her quiet is insane to me. But hey, good thing that's Yasmin man and not my man. But Kane finally picked up the phone for Tony. And Kane is annoyed because Tony is freaking out about the news of Sasha.
Kane tells Tony to meet him at the house and lose his phone while he's at it. He said he's been handling the news about Sasha. The next scene is back to Pixie at the doctor. In the last episode, Michelle went with Pixie to the hospital so she can get a for sure pregnancy test run. So now we're in the back with the doctor. She confirms that Pixie is indeed pregnant, but she also notices that the father of the child isn't present.
I find it very rude that the doctor was all in her business like that. Asking her about the absence of the child's father was very unnecessary, but Pixie ended up telling the doctor that she hasn't told him yet. Then the doctor follows up with, "Do you plan on keeping this baby?" And Pixie tells her she doesn't know because she just started college and she slipped up. Plus, Kane doesn't know yet, nor does her parents.
The doctor tells her to go home and tell her parents and talk to the father of the child, and then to come back so they can discuss the next steps based on her decision. She ends up leaving, and she and Michelle are standing outside the hospital, and Pixie basically tells her she doesn't think Kane wants anything to do with her because she told Rocky to tell Kane to hit her up, and he never did.
Whole time Kane out here murdering people and ain't fucked up about her ass. But no, seriously, she need to go on and send that baby to the upper room, honestly. She don't know Kane or that baby, hell. Fuck both of them.
I'm with you when you're right, sis. I mean, Kane just has too much going on. We cannot forget that he is now homeless. Kurt put his ass out. I really had faith for Kane, but he is truly doing a lot.
No, he really is. Next, we have Sunny, Samaje, and Camilla, the betrayal couple, or whatever you want to call them. Sunny is seen blowing up Samaje's phone, but he isn't answering. Then the camera pans to Samaje and Camilla. She is at his dorm room, and as his phone is being blown up by Sunny, she asks Samaje, "You got them hoes?" He replies back that he doesn't, and it's just his best friend, but she isn't important right now, which I find fucked up.
All the men is fucked up in the series because what do you mean she isn't important? Niggas get around some pussy and don't care about shit. Camilla gets up because she is over Sunny blowing up Samaje's phone, and Samaje basically pulls her close and tells her she ain't going anywhere. Somehow they end up on the bed and they start to kiss. Then boom, phone rings again. This time Samaje answers, but when he does, Camilla grabs the phone and tells Sunny, "Bitch, he is busy. Stop calling his fucking phone."
Camilla calling Sunny a bitch is crazy, but what's even crazier is being with Samaje after she just got Rico number. But hey, I think she went too far. But of course, Samaje weird ass didn't check her ass about it. They just ended up having sex. But the funny part about that is, right after they got done having sex, Samaje kicked her ass out. Like literally. She put her clothes on and he said, "You can leave now." It caught her so off guard, she didn't know what to do. She ends up leaving, but as soon as she steps outside, she ends up texting Rico, asking him if he wanted to hang out, go to the movie, then smoke.
She just as fucked up as Samaje because texting Rico right after you just got a wet ass is crazy. Like, girl, please. But I want to see how that triangle unfolds. We're back with Kane at the trap house hosting a meeting about what just happened with Sasha.
I don't know. Kane gives messy and unorganized. Don't know how to run his blocks. Like, he really is losing the plot. It's Kane, Tony, and Sean. Tony is so scared that they're going to go to jail. Him and Kane get into an argument because Tony won't let Kane get a word in. Sean is confused and he says he's not going to jail because he didn't have shit to do with what they got going on.
I'm Sean. Like, you niggas going to jail. I wasn't even around when this shit happened for real. Kane keeps saying he got it handled, but I honestly don't think he does. He went to go visit Sasha when she got locked up and basically threatened to kill her whole family if she snitched on them. As if Kane doesn't have enough on his plate as it is, making threats like that is wild. Sasha is basically telling Kane she can't go down for this, and Kane is basically telling her she's going to be good because he's going to get her a good lawyer.
With what money? This nigga is homeless, talking about he gonna get her a good lawyer. Sasha might as well prepare to go to jail because this nigga broke as fuck and homeless. Like, Kane, please.
Oh my God. Tony wants to know how Kane handled it, but of course Kane doesn't tell him anything. The next scene to unpack is Diamond and Mrs. Rivers. Diamond is in her room at her mother's home, and Mrs. Joyce Rivers goes to speak to Diamond. She wants Diamond to know the conversation that her and Shane had prior to Shane dying. She tells Diamond that she loves Shane, but she did say some nasty things to him on the porch hours before he was killed. Diamond wants to know what was said, but Mrs. Rivers doesn't go into details. She tells Diamond that the family will be into town tomorrow morning for the funeral.
The funeral is this episode, huh? Lord be with us today. But back to this hoe ass nigga Samaje. He notices that Rico is all dressed up about to go somewhere and he asks him where he is about to go. Rico told him that he had a date with Camellia as Rico and Samaje are talking. This backstabber is having flashbacks of them having sex just earlier that day. Samaje didn't tell him. He just told him to go out and have fun.
The next couple scenes, Pixie ends up finding out that Amani has a kid because when Amani got back in town, she went to check on her and ask her if she made a decision. It was Amani, Michelle, and Pixie. Pixie said she was going to contact Kane and have a sit down with him. In the process, Amani gets a random text from a number she doesn't know, and she thinks it's her baby daddy from prison. She is seen in the scene very shaken up by this. Michelle tells her to call the police, but she says she's going to call her mom and she'll catch back up later and leave.
This catches Pixie off guard because here she is pregnant, but now she knows that someone she is friends with also has a baby. Pixie asks Michelle did she hear that correctly about Amani having a baby, and Michelle answers yes, but she should really go check on Amani. As Michelle is leaving Pixie dorm, she bumps into Diamond, who is seen crying all over the place. Diamond believes that even though they arrest Sasha, she doesn't think a woman could/would do something like that to her brother. Michelle tells her to let the police do their job and to go get rest because the funeral is tomorrow.
The next day is the funeral. Everyone showed up except Pixie. She has really been out of the loop since she's been dealing with this pregnancy. You know who I wasn't expecting to be there? Kane. How the fuck you kill this man and then go to his funeral and tell Diamond and Mrs. Rivers if they need anything, you are there for them? That's some low down dirty shit. Kane is just not a good person.
Yeah, that didn't sit right with me. Rest in peace, Shane Rivers. Even though you were a hothead, you were a human first. We're with some of the girls from the dance team, Yasmin, Jayla, and Camilla. Camilla is telling the girls that she had sex with Samaje, then went out with Rico on the same day, and of course the ladies judged her. Camilla says she really likes Rico, and Yasmin said when Rico finds out that Camilla fucks Samaje, that's going to be her ass. She gets defensive and fires back. Camilla brings up Tony fucking other bitches, and they ladies go back and forth on the topic.
I mean, neither one of them are wrong, but they are supposed to be friends. But throwing their business back up in each other's faces is weird. We're at the last scene, and Pixie is finally doing what she's been dreading this whole episode, and that's meeting with Kane. Pixie is seen sitting at a table by herself, texting Michelle. I don't think he's going to come. Just for Kane to walk in and sit down. Then the screen goes black.
This episode is yet another one of those long but very important episodes. We have 2 episodes left of season 1. I am ready to see how this unfolds. Tonight's poll is, who do you think Camilla is going to end up with, Rico or Samaje? Head over to patreon.com/KataPlayhouse and vote on the poll right now.
And if you want exclusive content, early drops, behind the scenes tea, and insider updates, join the Tier Playhouse gang.
Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell.
See y'all next Monday for the next recap.